Well done.
Blind person walking into shit. So, right, so I'm blind. Now, the biggest disadvantage about being a blind comedian is you can't see the audience. The biggest advantage about being a blind comedian, you can't see the audience. Your biggest advantage is that you might see me fall off the stage. Is there a doctor in the house?
No.
You really shouldn't have said that. I was going to say, just to check for health, it's not for health and safety, just to check who's got access to hard drugs in the room. But as my brother is in the audience, it's fine. I warned you.
Oh, wow.
I completely forgot what I was going to say next. Anyway, so, I'm single. I know what you're saying. Tell us something we don't know. Thank you. Any single women in the audience? One. Okay, right, we're on a good start. I'm not even going to finish off that cake. But yeah, the last point of that gig was pity fuck, but never mind. My family are some of the most loving, kind, generous, honest people you'd ever meet. Until they're sitting in a crowd watching me fuck up. You know, my mum, she brought me up, telling me how wonderful, how lovely, how beautiful a son I am. But unfortunately, she's now got a son who thinks he's Brad Pitt. I feel like Brad Pitt. What a beefcake. Sorry, no. Cheeseburger dipped in custard. I didn't know what's coming now. I went to boarding school. And people think disabled children, you know, they're sweet and innocent. No. I've read Enid Blyton books about boarding schools from front to back, cover to cover, over and over again. And there is nowhere in any of those books that mention fingering or spying on the girls' changing room. Did you know? I had a blowjob in the headmaster's office. Yeah. I was really uncomfortable, but he did ask nicely. There's just a couple more things I want to talk to you about. And the first one is basically, the first thing I've got to talk to you about is a very difficult subject. Isn't it ironic that men think talking about erectile dysfunction is very, very hard? And you've just got to look it in the eye. You've got to accept that medical science is fantastic. Viagra, it can last up to 6 hours. I'll let you know. After 2.5 hours, I got bored. I had to go make a snack. At least there's somewhere to put me down. Do you know Guy's Hospital have developed Viagra eye drops? Fantastic. Make you look hard. But don't put them in both eyes, it'll make you double up. Although as a single man, I've had to start mixing my Viagra with Xanax. I don't get a fuck, I don't give a fuck. You know, as a blind person, I absolutely love breaking the boundaries. You know, moving that fourth wall, just turning things on their head. You know, doing things that blind people have never done before. I've flown a plane. I've met amazing people. And then think about how I felt last September when I read the Strictly lineup. Chris McCausland. I love that guy. But I wanted to be the first person to fuck a Strictly professional. And he's ruined my life. I just want to leave you with one last thing. If a blind person ever walks into you and says, "Oh, sorry, didn't mean to touch there," they're lying.
fucking brilliant.